Hello viewers, welcome to Ecomice Academy. Today we'll discuss about an important institution in the parliamentary context, that is whip. So we'll be hearing the context of whip in the parliamentary proceedings. So whip will be issued by a political party to ensure that party members will maintain the discipline and adherence to its particular ideology. Let us understand what is this institution of whip and why are we discussing in this point of time. So first thing, the context. So the context is recently the Indian Vice President has questioned the relevance of having the office of whip in the parliamentary proceedings. He opined that institution of whip is curtailing the freedom of individual legislators in taking their own decisions. So the context of this particular issue is, in the recent times, Indian Vice President has questioned the institution and the relevance of whip in the present day parliamentary proceedings. So he said the institution of whip is actually curtailing the liberty of an individual parliamentarian in taking a better decision. So let us understand what is whip. So whip is issued by a political party to ensure the political party members will adhere to the particular party's ideology and ensure that they maintain that belongingness and discipline towards the party. So the origin of this particular institution was in UK. So from the British Parliament, we have taken the concept where there will be whipping in so that all the members are complying to the party's decision. So the same concept got repeated in Indian Parliament also, inspiring it from UK. So then who will appoint the whip? So the appointment will be done by the political party. So one party will have one own chief whip. So chief whip will be the main person. Apart from them, there also can be individual whips who can support the whip in functioning of his duties and responsibilities. Then let us understand, is there any constitutional status to the institution of whip? Means no. Clearly, constitution has no mention about the institution of whip. It is just as a matter of convention, we have taken it and we are following it today. There is no mention in the law of parliament also. Right? Then what are the different types of whip? So there are three types of whip. Let us understand in detail. One line whip. So in this particular situation, the party informs the members about that particular situation where they have to take voting and it will be left to the discretion of the persons. That means if they don't want to take a stand in that particular issue or they don't want to take the stand of the political party, they also have the freedom to abstain from voting. That means here individual liberty is given more. Right? If that is not that much important or if there won't be much difference in the mandate if they support or if they couldn't, but at that point of time this liberty will be given to the individual parliamentarian. Then we have two-line whip. Two-line whip is a situation where the members need to be present, right? So they need to be present, but voting will be left to their discretion. That means in this situation, either you are present or whether you are voting or not is left to the individual discretion of that particular MP. But in this situation, the person has to be present, but voting is according to his discretion, right? Then in the third line or three-line whip, what happens is, if this is issued, then the person has to be present and he has to vote. And if you defy, that means if you are not obeying to this particular party's decision and like you are not ensuring the whip, then you can even be disqualified. Under what? Disqualification can be attracted on the grounds of defection. So defection we have in the form of anti-defection law to prevent this, right? So what are the four grounds of defection? So one is when you voluntarily give up membership of the party to which you belong. Second, if you like or nominated person and if you have that liberty, you can join a political party within 6 months. But after 6 months of nomination, if you join any political party, you will be debarred. Right? That means on the grounds of defection. And then if you are an independent member, if you join any political party after winning the elections, then also you can be disqualified under defection. And the fourth and final ground is if you vote in contrary or if you abstain from voting according to the decision without the permission of the political party, in that situation also you can be disqualified under anti-defection. So the final ground for defection actually is nothing but violation of whip. So this is the most important whip. Once if it is issued, you have to follow the directions and the things of the political party. So defiance of whip we have seen, so that may lead to disqualification under the grounds of defection. Then what are the functions of whip? So first thing, it will ensure attendance. So we know like majority voting, voice voting, different types of votings will be there. It's mandatory that party has to ensure that the party members are attending in toto so that they'll have the uniformity and they can express their thoughts in the parliament in a wholesome way. Then party discipline also can be ensured through the institution of whip. So then it strengthens decision making. So they are participating in the decision making process collectively, so they need to conform it. And compliance monitoring. So whether you are belonging to that particular party and you are sticking to that ideology of the party or not is also ensured through whip. And it also prevents fragmentation, splitting in number of parties and everything also can be curtailed using the institution of whip. But next, let us look into the practice question. Which of the following issues can a political party not issue the whip for? That means, in which situations a political party cannot issue a whip? If you know, let me know in the comment section. Then, today we have discussed about the institution of whip. So, from where we have taken, what is the recent context, in what situations whip can be issued, and what are the 3 types of whip we have. In case if there is any defiance, what happens, and what are the functions of whip. So, this is all with respect to today's video. If you like the video, do let us know in the comment section. Thanks for joining. All the very best.